Hello, hello. I just about said happy Monday. Today has been Monday because it's been my Monday. I took yesterday off. Happy Tuesday, everybody. How are you? I hope you're doing good. I know we're doing pretty good here. It's a really beautiful day. We've threatened rain off and on all day, but nothing major, just some showers passing through. I don't even know that we've gotten a sprinkle, but clouds up makes me think it's going to rain, and then it doesn't. So, guys, if you're getting on here with me live, if you're catching a red live up in the corner, just type live in the comments, please, and let me know you're there. You can let me know where you're watching from if you'd like. There's the old man. Say hi, Dave. And if you're catching me later on and it says was live up in the corner, you're just catching Facebook's replay of it. And that's great too, okay? You can type replay in the comments. Let me know where you're watching from. I am cooking up some queso dip tonight. One of my grandsons absolutely loves queso. When we go out to eat Mexican, he will just about, that's like almost all he eats. And we're having them for dinner tonight. So I thought, you know what? We were going to make some homemade hamburgers and just do some chips for them. And I thought, I'll just buy tortilla chips for them and make them some homemade queso. And Dave said, ooh, that sounds pretty good. Because, you know, you can take veggies like broccoli, cauliflower, raw peppers, all kinds of stuff. Cut them babies up and eat them like a chip dipped in queso. So, this is super simple, guys. Super simple to make. Takes just a few ingredients. And you don't get like the jarred in the jars or the cans of the queso. You don't get all of that, the preservatives and the stuff in it. Okay, so super duper simple. This is what I've got going so far. I've been cooking this just a real low heat. Hi, Jewel. Real low heat here for maybe 15 minutes or so. And guys, I am going to share this recipe already is in my group. I share recipes and all kinds of information about our low carb lifestyle in another group on Facebook. It is called Diabetic Eats with Jan and Dave. Hey, Mary. And if you'd like to be in that group, I'd love it if you would join us over there for the recipes. And like I said, this is going to be going up there. Thank you, Jewel, for sharing. Hi, Nancy. And guys, you can always share this video out so that if you know somebody who might need some low carb inspiration, I'd love to inspire them, okay? So, but that group, Diabetic Eats with Jan and Dave. Lick my finger. I don't want it to go to waste. It's a group that you can join. It's a private group, and I kind of keep it locked down so I don't get any of the guys who like to get in your inbox, if you know what I mean. So you can request to join, though, and I'll get you added. I usually check out the pages just to make sure it's not some military guy that thinks you have a beautiful smile, even though you probably have a beautiful smile. I get tired of those guys being on my page, not gonna lie. So, but anyway, you can search it, Diabetic Eats with Jan and Dave, or drop group in the comments, and I can leave you a link that you can tap that link and get over there and request to join, okay? So, what do I have going on here? Okay, I have pepper jack cheese, white American cheese, some cream cheese, sour cream, and a can of Rotel tomatoes in here so far. And I just put them in this, guys. They're over a real low heat. Those blocks of, like the, hey Louise, the blocks of cheese, I just chunk them up in a little bit smaller pieces. I don't put the whole block in there. Chunk them up in a little bit smaller piece. And I've just slowly heated it all together, okay? Hey Lee, how are you? So I've got this pretty well melted now. And like I said, I've had it on here, I don't know, 15-ish or so minutes on a low heat. Maybe a little higher than low. And now I'm going to add in some garlic powder. Whoops. Okay, and some onion powder. and then it's going to be done. Hey, Sue, how are you? Thanks for joining in. Guys, now if you don't follow me, I've had some people here recently say, oh, I've been missing your lives. You need to be following me so that Facebook notifies you when I do go live. And if you tap my face, make me go full screen, like there should be 3 dots up there where it says you can follow me, or you just go to my page, there's an option. I'm going to do about a half a teaspoon of of onion powder in there. Now, if this gets a little thick, guys, there is an option to add a little bit of milk, okay? Now, I don't typically use milk, but did you know you can make a keto milk? Did you know that? Huh? So, I've had my stuff sitting out here. This is really not too thick, but sometimes, you know, depending on what you got going on, what the weather is, all that kind of stuff, I'm just going to leave this sit. It's finished, okay? Hey, Lily, but it says you can use up to 3/4 of a cup of, and this recipe that's in my group says whole milk. Now, I'm going to put you guys, I'm going to bump this to the top over in my group, Diabetic Eats with Jan and Dave, but I'm going to let you know, anytime something calls for like milk, there's a simple keto milk. 1/2 cup of water. Hey, Valerie, 1 tablespoon of heavy whipping cream makes keto milk. Heavy whipping cream is totally different from milk, guys. I know that doesn't seem, it seems crazy, but the carbs in heavy whipping cream are less than 1 gram in a tablespoon, okay? Now, if I pull out my whole milk, this has 11 carbs in a cup. So it'd be about a carb, well, I don't even know how many tablespoons are in a cup. I'm not even going to go there, okay? But still, there's more carbs in this. And if you use 3/4, then you're adding in 8-ish or so carbs. So would you rather go with less than 1? Hi, Melissa. Hey, guys, if you're getting on here with me, make sure you're telling me hello. If you're new to following me, never caught one of my lives or fairly new, drop new in the comments so I can welcome you. Hey, Bev, how are you? So I prefer to make my own milk with water and heavy whipping cream rather than this. So that's my choice, and you can choose whatever. The thing that you have to remember is you want to make sure that you're doing what's best for your body, okay? Everybody's body is different. Everybody's body will react differently to the things that you put in it, okay? That's just the way it goes. So, but I like to cut the carbs down as much as I can, and this is a great way to do it. Heavy cream, you know, if you're used to dumping creamers of some sort, especially if they're unflavored, don't buy those creamers for your coffee or whatever. Just buy cream. It's sweet, it's wonderful, it's amazing. And this is my favorite brand, guys. It is organic, but 2 ingredients. Organic cream and gelling gum. The gelling gum is like a stabilizer. I know it's probably something that, you know, whatever, but what I've read about it, it's okay. Now, there are brands of heavy cream out there that if you look at the ingredients, there's carrageenan in them. The carrageenan kind of does the same thing as the gelling gum, but carrageenan, avoid it, okay? This is my opinion. I'm passing my opinion on. You can do your own reading on it. There are some things pointing to the fact that carrageenan might possibly be a carcinogen, okay? So I'm going to steer clear of it just because, hey, I don't want that, okay? I do not want that. Hey, Pauline. So we got to run to the ball field here in just a few minutes and grab the boys from baseball practice and bring them home, and then they are going to be able to enjoy queso dip and some tortilla chips and a homemade patted out hamburger. Hey, you, be good. He's so naughty some days. So, like I was saying, guys, I'd love to have you join me in the group, Diabetic Eats with Jan and Dave. Phenomenal group, in my opinion. Okay, phenomenal. Hey, Sharon, I love sharing this information, guys. I love sharing as much as I can. I just want to help as many people in this world as I can to realize that even though you have diabetes, even though you have maybe higher blood sugars. Hey, Judy, Jewel, 2% milk is probably about the same. And what I have found that the low, like full fat milk, so like vitamin D, typically has less carbs than when you get down to skim. And I'll tell you what my theory on that is. They're taking the fat out, okay? When you take the fat out of anything, you take the flavor with it. So what they have to do when they pull the fat out is the flavor goes away, so they throw junk back in to make the flavor better, okay? Oftentimes it's a sweetener. So that's my opinion on it. You can do your own research too, but if I'm going to use milk, typically it's going to be vitamin D. If I could find raw milk, I would. I was raised on a dairy farm and I used raw milk. We dipped a pitcher right out of the bulk tank whenever we needed milk, and that's what I was raised on. So anyway, but like I was saying, guys, I'd love to have you join me in the group because I do share all this kind of stuff. I may have to put a little milk in there still, huh? No? Okay, Dave says no. So, also, guys, these products, okay? I just love helping people, and these products have helped us so much. I can't tell you how much they've helped other people. I do have a community group I could add you to that's all about the products, testimonials, all kinds of stuff. Hey, Sharon, and I'd love to have you join me over there. So, Mr. Magoo here. So anyway, if you need information on the products, drop info in the comments and I'll get back to you. We can get you added to that other group. But I'd love to have you join my group with the recipes, Diabetic Eats with Jan and Dave. And search it or drop group in the comments and I'll get you in there. So that's all I have for tonight, guys. I hope you have a great rest of your, I almost said it, Tuesday. I took yesterday off and it's got my week all messed up. So have a great rest of your Tuesday. If you have any questions, drop those questions in the comments. I will get back to you. And enjoy the rest of your evening and we'll chat with y'all later. Bye-bye.